All right, claims were live. Video playback error, neat. Um, Not great. Oh, it claims it's working now. Okay, reset both just to make sure this is working. One watching, all right. So it shows it's working on main channel, and it shows it's functional on the other one. So I'm just going to leave my faith to the machine. Oh, God damn it. Why is this? Please. All right, well, OBS is not registering chat again because why would it work? But whatever, maybe it'll start working later. All right, wait, if I just run test, it sees that. And if we run, oh, it sees both of those. Okay, wait, no, never mind. Just didn't catch anything prior to the stream starting. All right, hello and welcome back. Today, I wanted to play a new type of game. This is Yume Toki. Now, this game is largely available in Japanese. Oh, shit. Forgot how loud this is. Um, this game is a fan game of Yume Nikki, which I've been really wanting to play for a long time. I've had it for a while. I downloaded this probably about a year and a half ago. Um, if you download it, you will get the Japanese version, and you have to use like a different software to run it in English. But I am running it in English. So, wake up just ends the game. Recollect your save point and dreams start. So let's start. Now, I've played a little bit of this game just to ensure it functions. Um, and yes, I know I did say that it would be in English, and that this is very much not, you know, in English. But I assure you, this will work. I can't skip this screen. I have no idea how to. Love the soundtrack so far, but I can't skip this screen. There's a couple screens in Japanese that like I don't know what any of this says. I haven't looked it up. I haven't translated any of it. Probably should, because that's a lot of red lettering that probably is important. Yeah. I took Turkish, not Japanese, so if it were in Turkish, I'd barely understand it either. But I'd understand a few words. But oh, stopped running when I stopped looking at it. I forgot how long this opening screen is. I should have gone past this first. There we go. Yeah, there's like 4 more screens of this. I have no idea what any of this says. Oh, just 2. Okay, never mind. But yep, I think we're Otsuki, I think? Happy birthday. Thank you, Nelly. What the? Why? Huh? Okay, whatever. The arrow keys were giving me like a really long. I'm considering making a video on Yume Tuki as well. I don't know what any of this is actually. Look, oh well. We can't go outside. There's the computer. I don't know what data is. You play record. Oh yeah, this is version 0.114. I'm pretty sure they're up to like 1.3 something. This game is actively worked on by like a huge community of people. It's really impressive. Big Mountain. Anyway, like I don't understand the point of this. Like looking outside, seeing giant mountains. I know in the original Yumeniki there was a thing where you could go outside and there was like a chance you could see something else odd. But now we look to the stars. It's actually really pretty. I really like Yume Nikki fan games, and Yume Nikki in general. Yume Nikki is just such an inspiring series. Impressive. All right. Hmm. We have a bunch of Nexus worlds. I don't know what any of these do because I feel like it's different from the last time I saw this, even though I haven't updated it. Which world should we go into? I think this might be the graffiti one, so let's try this one. An idea, there's a mod called Vault Hunters on Minecraft. It's huge with lots of stuff. You gotta play it on stream, bro, for real. You gotta make an altar, put a crystal, give it stuff, and make a portal. Okay. I don't really do a lot of Minecraft mods on stream. There is one Minecraft mod I was considering doing because it was, like, it makes the game like FNAF 6. Why did going right make that noise? Man, this is so cool. Oh! The art is like a character. Oh. Seizure-inducing visual, I guess. That's their version of the Aztec Rave Monkey, or watch a tutorial about it. I'm horrible at explaining. Belated wishes again. Thank you. So this is like a version of, what, Prince Siddhar? I can never remember his name. Guy who created Buddhism. Or some sort of Hindu god. It's interesting, because in the original Yume Nikki we had like a lot of Aztec Rave Monkey shit, and then this one we have... Wait, is this a six-armed deity? No, there's a specific name for this person. Is this Vishnu? Is Vishnu the one that's like the six-armed deity? Like there's fire everywhere. I don't know concretely enough about Hindu religion and scripture to be particularly knowledgeable on this one. What is going on? This is Yume Tuki, so it's another one of those just kind of surreal walking simulators, I guess. Sometimes it's nice to just explore. Did you just fucking electrocute me? Reminds me of a fucking Chiikawa for some reason. I really enjoy Yume Tuki though. I think it's such a neat game. Where are we now? Okay, I think we're back at the arms. We are, in fact, back at the arms. Okay. Wait, are we? Yeah, we're back at the arms. You know, at times I wish you had a larger view so you could see more of the map at the same time, but I also understand the smaller view that we're given. Yeah, these things just look like Chiikawas. Kind of funny. Really kind of cute. You know, nice to play one of these types of games. I'm glad I saved this one for a birthday stream. Very nice. Peaceful. Although the music is kind of, like, annoying me, so we're gonna wake up. and then we're gonna try another area because that music, as nice as it was for a few minutes, on repeat, not the best because I don't like some of those sound effects. They were a tad annoying. Hmm. Ooh, sorry for all the yawning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was on call till 1 a.m. with my friends, and then I woke up at 7. Does it feel like a globe or something? Like you return to the same spot again and again if you go a certain way? It's just a repeating map, or not a repeating map. It's just a map that has a very finite amount of space, so it just kind of repeats. Um, but yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of like a globe. Where should we go next? There's so many worlds. That's how the original Yumeniki was too, so not surprising. Well, isn't this interesting? Hello. Hey, welcome, Mikeinator, to the stream. You know, I want to make my own Yumi. Like, this is made with RPG Maker, so it's not particularly like I have RPG Maker. Maybe someday I'll try making a Yume Nikki fan game of my own. Maybe something short, but I really like Yume Nikki. Such a neat series. Who the fuck is our screen still black? Hmm. Well, we're stuck. Oh wait, no, I can just barely see. Uh, where the fuck are we? Okay, we can't move any further there. No. How old is our favorite skeleton turning? Don't worry about how old I'm turning. But it's a big milestone, I guess. All right. I have no idea how to get out of here. Like, I don't know how much you can actually see of the game right now. Okay, there we go. That was our door. But another year older. But for my birthday, I got a couple gifts. Awesome. Yeah, I know. I know it's not as interesting being kind of closed, but I don't really like talking about too much of my personal information. But for my birthday, I got a bunch of gift cards and some money that is going toward the PC fund. Can't wait till I turn old. Yeah, I'm already kind of old, I guess. And not that old. But I got a perfume making kit, which I've wanted to learn for a while. I'm going to get my ordained minister license at some point. I still haven't. The problem is that you have to annually renew your ministry license. So I would be paying like $30 a year if that's still what the renewal fee is. Um, and I'm gonna be honest, that's a lot. I would still like to get my ministry license. I don't know if I'll renew it immediately. I'll renew it when I need it, but like, um, oh, this is a new room. Is it gonna be dark again? Oh, this is new. But I got a Lego radio. So it's like a Lego uh portable radio that has a something called a sound brick. I still don't know what it is. And you can like put your phone in it, I think, and it kind of acts as a speaker. That's what I'm guessing. Oh. little fucker kicked me out. But yeah, I got that. I got a perfume making kit. I got a bunch of chocolate, which is currently on my desk, and half empty now. Tells you a lot about my self-control. But what else did I? Yeah, mostly gift cards and stuff so that I can finally buy some of the parts for the PC fund. PC fund is currently at about $1,200. So I've been saving that up over the course of how many months has it been? But yep, looking to get something that'll last a while and also be powerful enough to do what I need from it. Aw, these are cute little rabbits. And I've been considering making it myself, but I've also been considering getting like a framework because those look really cool. But there's also some like pre-built at Costco that are pretty nice, a little pricier, and they have like the 5090 series in them and all new parts and shit, but it's like, do I really need a 5090? I feel like, 40 series would be good and a bit cheaper too. Problem is, it's even hard to be frugal now because all the fucking tariffs and AI shit is making everything super expensive. Like Nvidia's barely even doing consumer graphics cards anymore. They're mostly doing AI focused cards. It's like AI is just a bubble that I wish would pop soon. Like as neat as it is, kind of fucking ruining things, I'm gonna be honest. Same with the CEOs that keep pushing it. I don't care that it's a new trend. I'm not a huge fan of it. Well, not that I'm not a fan of AI, but I feel like it's being pushed too much. Too much into things it doesn't need to be in. But I am just hoping I can get that PC before. Maybe I'll see if there's any like November Black Friday sales online. Because I have $350 in Amazon gift cards, 75 in eBay. So I'm thinking I can actually kind of cheap out if I build it myself. Getting like a pretty cheap used case or something. Maybe some maybe like a kind of a cheaper. I know you're not supposed to cheap out on your power supply. Your power supply is pretty fucking important. Um, like just cheap out on things where I don't really need the best in class. Um, I would like more than 16 gigabytes of RAM because I found that my fucking browser and operating system use it so fucking much. Because I would still be running Windows 11. As much as I wish I wouldn't have to rely on it, it's the most used operating system for a reason. It's got conveniences that I don't really have in other browsers, or not browsers, operating systems if I decided to change. But I will say I would be running virtual machines off of it, probably managing my home lab when I eventually get that all built up. I still need to route my modem, or wirelessly bridge my modem to be able to go to my other router. I have a second router I got from someone as a gift, and well, not recently. This was from a while ago. They just had a spare router, and they were like, "Hey, you want it?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah!" So I can route that under my network and have my own private network that I can create my Plex server on. My Plex server is already installed. I just need to connect it to the internet. Problem is, the fucking way I set up the computer, it doesn't connect to the internet, so I need to plug it into the Ethernet on my Switch. Just got an ad that ran alongside the stream and muted it. What? So weird. YouTube's been very fucky recently. They've been adding a bunch of features I fucking hate. Like, I get bothered every 30 minutes on like, hey, would you like to take a break? Or, hey, it's near your bedtime. Maybe you should take a break. And I'm like, bedtime? I own the account. Also, like, I pay taxes through this fucking account. You know how old I am. Well, not entirely, but like, I very clearly to YouTube have like shown myself as an adult, and it's like, well, check your bedtime, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even qualify as like a child on my fucking anything. I haven't visited your streams in a while, but happy birthday. Hope you're doing good. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I have that a lot. Yeah. It's fucking putting child settings on me, even though I've like very much proved I am within their range of what an adult is. Like, how many? Do I need to be fucking 30 to be considered an adult now? It's annoying. And I'm still pissed. Like, things like LinkedIn are making me verify with my driver's license. And LinkedIn is just like notoriously bad for their security practices and getting a bunch of data leaked, so I do not fucking trust them whatsoever with my license. You can turn off breaks in bedtime and settings. Yeah, but that's fucking stupid that it's on by default. I've also been very lazy to turn it off because it's only bothering me when I'm in bed, tired, and just want to watch a video essay on a guy fucking opening a computer and trying to install something stupid on it. Like, I don't want to fucking change this shit. And it's only on mobile, too. I don't understand. Like, I was on YouTube till like 1 a.m. with my friends, and I didn't get it like a single time. But I get it like 4 times within 15 minutes on my phone when I'm trying to go to bed. Like, just let me watch the video essay on the man suffering through trying to install something on a fucking TV box. But yeah, I've seriously fallen into a rabbit hole of like tech guys just installing shit or fixing these technologies that you would never expect to see in a repair shop. One I just watched before stream, Green Man Sam, just wanted to stop by and say happy birthday, man. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. But the one I watched right before I hopped on stream was oh God, what's his name? He's really funny. Uh, he was installing Bringus Studios installing SteamOS on a Google Meet video conference computer. It's just an hour of him troubleshooting problems and like soldering circuits and shit, and he's just getting angry, and it's so funny. Like, because I work as an IT intern, so I don't have sysadmin, like I don't have system administrator, um, not credentials, what's the word? Permissions on that network, but I still do quite a bit. Like I installed their fax server. Well, I learned how to do that because their IT guy is teaching me. Oh fuck, where am I? Oh, this isn't the same area. Weird. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Oh yeah, yeah, true. Who are you? That boy? Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm transgender now. Um, neat. Yappy Yad Trib. What the fuck is this? Oh, you won't let me interact with them. Can I? Okay, I can't go in that area. But oh god, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm still studying for my A plus certification exam. I've been very bad at keeping consistent with studying for it. I've been watching this guy, I think he's called Professor Messer, where I've just been learning a lot of stuff from his video course series. I had to go because my dad called me for something. All right. And I've just been like learning the A plus certification stuff from him, and I've been so happy like being able to just skip entire videos because I'll look at the overview and I'll be like, oh, I know how to do this. I did this at my internship, or I built this, or I've solved this problem 100 times. Um, what the fuck is that? Who knows? But it'll be like, make sure you know how to troubleshoot this, and I'll be like, oh, I had to fix this for someone, or I had to. And I love my internship because it's a place full of older people, so there is always problems. I failed 2 math exams. Damn. I I have my own problems with math. mostly people in my class, but that's a story for another time. Actually, that'll be a story after this, but like my internship, there's just always a problem. And not because like people are bad at using technology. Some of them are pretty tech savvy. But like there's just always problems I'm fixing. And it's almost always something new, so I'm getting a lot of experience. I've built like 2 computers for the guy. I've replaced memory card slots and bloated battery packs and hard drives in 2 different laptops. I've helped try and fix someone's teleconference thing. We still don't know really what the problem is. We know it has to do with interference on the phone. We're still fixing that problem and troubleshooting it, but yeah, there's some problems that just take multiple days or weeks, and I only come in for 2 days a week. So does the other IT guy. We're just both the IT schedule. I would go like every day if he was there every day, but he's only there 2 days in the week, so I don't really have a reason to go more than 2 days in the week. Oh, right, interesting. Can't go further in that room. My math teacher is so bad, he legit just answers questions, gives a very short and fast explanation, and goes to homework. I can't learn good. Everyone in my class hates him. Yeah. Even the nerds do. 5 classes of people made protests in front of the school to fire him, and he still hasn't gotten fired. Someone kept asking to go pee, but teacher said no, and his thing bursted. Poor guy, I hope he's fine. My school has had a history of bad teachers, some of which still teach. Nothing like pedophiles or anything. There's no teacher, to my knowledge, that has done that in my school. But like we had this fucking... Okay, I know that this is a problem nationally in my country, but AP US history, which is supposed to be a higher level of United States history, you know, me being a fucking social studies nerd, of course, not everyone's going to have US history. They're going to have their own country's history as a core subject. Like, as a fucking history nerd, I wanted to take AP US history, which is supposed to be considered college level United States history. And I would just be so fucking upset at the shit they're teaching because it would just be straight up wrong. Especially stuff relating to, like, war and military. Now, I know that can be touchy, but, like, I am someone who works with veterans. I, appreciate their service, and I'm a fucking nerd, so of course I love learning about that stuff. And the teacher would just teach shit that's just straight up wrong. Like, the United States has been through war in almost, like, fucking every second it's existed. And 2 big contentious ones. One that a lot of people know, and then one a lot of people don't. Korean War and the Vietnam War. In AP US history, when we're after World War II, we do not talk about the Korean War, which is fucking stupid, because the Korean War is actually pretty important, especially when you look at US foreign policy and a lot of current relations, especially in East and Southeast Asia. Of course, the Vietnam War as well, which we do talk about. But we don't talk about any of the fucking implications of us being there. And our teacher was like, okay, it's the only war we ever lost. Like, no, we fucking didn't. Like, the United States has lost really no war that we've ever entered. And you can get semantic about it, but, like, I know I'm going on fucking rant again, and I'm going to come back to the math thing, I swear, but, like, Vietnam War, people say that the United States did not win the Vietnam War because communism is still in Vietnam. I think it's still in Vietnam. I don't know if they had an uprising or anything. But the thing is that the United States had something called the 12 Days of Christmas, where, or I think it was called the 12, I think it was nicknamed like the 12 Days of Christmas, where all throughout December in the last year of the Vietnam War, where we were officially fighting, we bombed the shit out of northern Vietnam with B-21 bombers, I believe. B-2s? No, not B-2s. B-2s weren't made at them, I don't think. I think they were B-21 bombers. And North Vietnamese said, we're still not going to surrender to you. And then they sent 60 of those same bombers at the same time to bomb the entirety of North Vietnam. And before the last bomber got back, the North Vietnamese surrendered and said that they would sign a peace treaty. So, the leader of the Viet Cong, which were the leaders of the North Vietnam takeover, were forced to go to, I believe it was Versailles. I believe they made the treaty in Versailles, France, where the United States promised, we will not be within Vietnam. We will pull all our troops out, but the North Vietnamese will not bring harm to the South Vietnamese. They were 2 countries. They were split for multiple years without fighting. And then all of a sudden, so the United States is already out by this time. The only people left there are fucking like ministers and foreign policy people, and the only like military presence that was there was surveyors who were looking at like land environmental data from the use of things like Agent Orange and all the bombing. Standard stuff that goes after a war, especially what happened in like Iraq and Afghanistan, whatever. So like I think it's either 2 to 3 years later, North Vietnamese come back into South Vietnam, fucking wreck the place because there's no military presence because they were supposed to be fucking following the treaty, and they take over South Vietnam. So people are like, oh, the United States lost. It's like, we fucking didn't. We won the war, and then we left, and then the North Vietnamese came back and defied a peace treaty. We won the war, and people are like, oh, well, communism is still in Vietnam. It's like, yeah, because they fucking took over after we left, after we signed the peace treaty that they violated. Is that losing the war? Like, you don't say we lost World War I because World War II happened. Kind of a stupid argument. Anyway, I had a debate with the teacher about that. That was a fun day. So good at English in my class that everyone asks me for help. Top easiest subjects for me are English, history, science, Islamic, and Arabic. Very neat. Everyone keeps talking about a second civil war happening. What's going on in America? The whole second civil war thing is semantics. I don't think we're realistically going to have a second civil war. It's hard to give an unbiased example of this, but I do genuinely want to explain to people what's happening. And this is without my bias. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as possible, so that one, Americans who are in the chat can, not fucking complain about, oh, you said that wrong. Generally, the two sides in America are liberals and conservatives. That's the general. Conservatives kind of want the status quo, want immigration to be lowered, or no, not lowered. They want to kick out immigrants. This is generally what's considered the MAGA philosophy. Make America Great Again, which is just Trump's slogan that he fucking stole from Reagan. I don't care who says it. Trump is just a copy of Reagan. Fight me on it. Whether that's good or bad, you can leave up to your own devices. But Trump is pushing a lot of policies where he's using ICE to kick out a bunch of immigrants. And there's just this whole argument between Democrats and Republicans, which are the two major political parties that are just fucking hating each other right now. And there's been an uptake on political violence. How do I get out of here? Which has been causing a lot of people to go, oh, second civil war. But if you look at fucking Facebook and Twitter, we've been ready for a second civil war since the fucking 1980s. Nothing ever changes. I feel like America will crumble to dust and blow away. Donald Trump is reason 1. 2 is the government bankruptcy, and 3 is the Civil War thing and tariffs and a lot of stuff. Y'all are cooked. Nah, we'll be fine. Like, if you really think this is what's going to ruin America, you haven't read a lot of American history. Which, I don't say that as an insult. I mean, we've put up with a lot of shit. I doubt Trump's gonna be the one to fucking destroy America. I refuse to give him the credit. But, yeah, he's not... In my personal opinion, of course I have my personal opinions on him. And I know people who like him, I know people who don't. But where the fuck am I? But, his policies are dumb. I do not like some of them. Some policies, I will say, are good that he's put into place. Others, not so much. That's with every president, though. There's pros and cons. Now, whether how many pros and cons is what determines what a good president is. That's up to your own opinion. Which I say that a lot because I don't want to, like, force someone's opinion or convince someone of a way of thinking. That's not what I want to do. Not what I'm here to do. If I'm going to talk about politics and things, I wish to educate, not indoctrinate. There are some people who will tell you one thing. I will try and give you as metered of a perspective as possible. I don't really want to... Like, I don't want to make my political opinion fact to you guys. I 100% believe that anyone who's watching my content has the ability called critical thinking. At least I would hope. I hope and pray that you all have that. So, my school doesn't teach outside of Middle East a lot. Yeah, exactly, and I wouldn't really expect... Like, I don't expect Russia to have a U.S. history class. I would kind of expect them to have Russian history. So it's reasonable to understand why you wouldn't, like, know a lot of the complexities of other countries' politics. Like if you were asking me about the like history of the Middle East, I can give you some stuff. I can't give you probably as deep of a knowledge as you do or as you have. I can give you a lot of information about America's presence in the Middle East, but I can't give you much more than that. Well, it depends on the country, but like there's a lot. I can't interact with this? Oh, I can. Wait, can I just sit anywhere? Oh, weird. But yeah, the Middle East is hectic, especially within the past like 50 years. But anyway, that's my fucking rant. Do I believe the United States will be in a second civil war? No. Do I believe Trump is going to destroy America? No. Do I think he's a bad president? Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of him. Has he done good policies? Yes. Has he made bad policies? Yes. Um, I'm not going to suck off any administration. I don't like any of them, except for a few. There's some good administration. Not within the past 20 years. Whatever. What's with the eye heads? I have no idea. There's a lot of eye symbolism in dreams. It's really interesting. Middle East is full of war and chaos, bro. Well, yeah, but I don't like to think of that. I like to think of the Middle East when it was like the 1930s, I believe it was. If you look up the Middle East in the 1930s, like Iran and Lebanon, they were beautiful. And I have a lot of Middle Eastern friends, so I do know like a lot, not a lot, some things about the Middle East from their personal experiences and things. What the fuck is this? Can I interact with them? No, I guess I can't. Wait, what? Hmm, weird. What? But like Middle East used to be beautiful. It's cradle of civilization. Um, Civilizations like Mesopotamian. I think Babylon was also in the Middle East. I think it's considered the Middle East. But like the Middle East used to be beautiful, and then Saddam Hussein kind of ruined it by diverting a bunch of the water from the fertile land into his own fucking palace, um, ruining a bunch of the areas, and then leading it to warlords. You could say the same for Africa as well, but there's some parts of Africa that are beautiful, ruined by things such as colonization and etc. But past is to learn from. Hey, where the fuck am I? How do I get out of here? I'm trying to figure out the way out. But I guess to bring some levity back to the stream, instead of talking about Middle Eastern and American politics, I remember what sparked this conversation, Nelly mentioning their math teacher. My fucking math teacher was a piece of work. In history class, I learned that some people in my country put a general and commander of the British or Portuguese Navy on a cross or something like that. Brutal. Yeah, you should read the Canadians' war crimes. They called it the Geneva Checklist for a reason. But my math teacher, the reason I had to transfer out of his class, it was an AP math class, AP pre-calc, which I don't know why the fuck there's an AP pre-calc. That teacher did not speak English very well, and he wasn't good at explaining shit. So I'm in an advanced math class, of which I had explicitly asked not to be in, by the way. There was like 4 math options for my grade, and I explicitly asked they do not give me this one, and they gave me that one. I'm like, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just make the best of it, and I won't transfer out. Like, figure it out. Geneva checklist. Oh my god, yeah. Read the Canadian and Japanese war crimes. It wasn't the Germans who created the need for the Geneva Convention. Not by a long shot. Germans may have been cruel. Canadians and Japanese are deceptively kind. But, The teacher, I got like through 3 weeks of his fucking class. It was brutal. I was gonna fail it. I could not understand shit. And then I finally figured out there was a lower math class that I could swap with my other with another period. So I took that immediately. And like it is a different level of frustration because now I understand the math. Like I really like the teacher. He's a retired military and he's super funny, but he also has kind of a short temper with people, especially stupid people. But I guess I kind of do too. But the people in that class are so goddamn stupid. Not all of them. There's some nice people in there, and there's some people who are smart, and there's some people who are trying. And then there's the people who don't give a shit and are just kind of dumb and not trying. And those are the people that I do not like because they're wasting time. Well, I can't say like wasting time is the problem. They're just twats. MN the fuck? MNE? Is there a point to this? But that teacher, I swear he's gonna have an aneurysm and someone's gonna like tap his neck and he's just gonna faint with how angry he gets at those people. Which like I don't blame him, but like I feel so bad for him. I don't understand how this room works. Okay, where the fuck am I? But can I reach that guy? No, I cannot. But like I like him. He likes me as a student because he knows he actively said to me, "Why are you in this class? You should be in a higher math level." And I'm like, higher math level is taught by someone who doesn't know how to fucking teach it. And it's not like he doesn't have a curriculum. His curriculum is just like random everyday packets, and there's no book to. I thrive on having something that I can do myself. And the teacher would give us like a packet. This is the AP class. He gave us this packet from some fucking random website. It was just every day a new packet, and it felt like the curriculum wasn't even like made beforehand. It felt like it was just kind of whatever the fuck he wanted to teach that day. And I didn't have anything like to base my reference off of. There's no book or anything that I can use because I thrive on having a book or something to do work through and see examples and have things explained to me. There was no examples on these packets, like almost ever. And we had to fill it in, and half the time he would just fucking skip examples. So there'd just be gaps in my knowledge where I would have no idea what to do. And I was just so fucking confused. Okay. Me being a boy help? Oh, oops. I didn't mean to fucking kill her. Friggin' packet. Yo, like every day. Every day was a new packet with problems and work that I had no idea how to do. And he like banned fucking calculators in his class, so I couldn't use calculators to help me on things. So I had to determine algebraic equations just mentally. And it's not like it's simple algebraic equations. Like you had to use so many rules to figure out how to draw the graph without seeing a calculator or checking a calculator for work. And just like I don't want to do that. I don't feel like I should need to know how to do that. The calculator can fucking tell me what the graph looks like when I plug it in. Yes, I understand what these numbers do, and I can give you a general direction. I shouldn't plot every goddamn point of it. Whatever. Or when I search the conflicts of the USA, first ones are the British getting their ass whooped, and it's by one emirate, not all of them. Oh, conflicts of the UAE. I was thought it was the US. I don't know about the UAE. I only know some of their regulations regarding like online stuff in Roblox. That's the limit of my knowledge on the UAE. But yeah, I have no idea where the fuck I am. I didn't know that the UAE won a war against Britain. Well, one emirate. Because I know the UAE is kind of like the US, where it's like a couple different countries just kind of decided to be together. But other than that, I don't know very much. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So it felt like payday where I'm going from DSOD to like mayhem, where the math is like I'm doing the same stuff, by the way. I'm not doing different math. The pre-calc class I'm in right now is just the same math, but the teacher's actually explaining it. And we're going at a significantly slower pace. Like what we were doing on the third day, we are now doing in my class currently on the fifth week. So it's not like I'm learning something different. It's the same shit. It's just slower and like digestible and taught by someone who can explain to me the math without having to go, I don't know. Not exactly. It's that the UK had heavy losses and had to run back or retreat. Oh, yeah. Called karma for the 45-minute war. But the people in my new class are so goddamn stupid. Like, I don't like being mean about people, especially when it's like I don't like calling people dumb when they're not understanding something because, some people have different like levels of being able to understand something. Some people need like different help. I understand that fully. I understand circumstance. But I fully believe there's a difference between circumstance and these fucking people I have to deal with every day. They are some of the dumbest cunts I have ever met. And it's not because like they're not understanding, they're just being a nuisance to the teacher. Like they are purposefully slowing the class down and just making the dumbest comments and questions. And I know like there's no dumb question, but they are purposefully making questions just to like annoy him. And they'll ask the same goddamn thing over and over again. Like I need you to understand this. There's a rule in pretty much all of algebra that I don't even remember what like the question was so stupid. I don't even remember how to phrase it. It was like, oh, it was so x squared is on a graph looks like a U. And I want to let you know, a lot of these people are seniors in high school. So they have consider this, they have had to graduate from pre-algebra, geometry, the second level of algebra, and are now here. They have done 4 years of math. And I want to let you know, I've been to many of the math classes with these fucking people. I know what the teachers were teaching. And they'll be like, what does x squared look like on a graph? Or they'll ask, how do I reverse x squared on a graph? So how do I make it look like an n instead of a u? By the way, this was not like the first day. This is the fifth week in which I dropped into the class on like the fourth or fifth week. So they had already been learning this stuff, and they already had plenty of lessons on graphing and this exact same shit I'm talking about. And there was one day where 4 separate people asked the same question within like a 3-minute period on how to reverse x squared on a graph. And it's not like he privately answered this question to them each. He said it in front of the entire class every time. Okay, where the fuck am I? So these people got the exact same answer every time, the exact same question, in a classroom where everyone else was silent. Not silent, but like, quiet compared to the teacher who was yelling. And it was written on the board as well. I want to let you know, it was written on the board. And all these people have English as like a first or second language. And they all have to be at least proficient to be in this fucking class. And people infuriate me. They were still having problems after he explained it like 4 times. And I don't want to say he explained it like a complex way. He literally gave the simplest answer possible, which is you put a negative sign in front of the x squared. The future of our generations, ladies and gentlemen. But like, it infuriates me just so goddamn much. Because they just like don't pay attention or don't try or like refuse to do anything. And like almost all of them use AI for anything that requires brain power. And you can tell, not only because they just openly admit to it and ask like which AI they use for which fucking. By the way, in front of the teacher, by the way, he does not give a shit. He's. I'm convinced he knows he's gonna like fail half of them, but I don't think he wants to because he doesn't want to see them again. So these people are going to be like, I want to let you know, most of these people have driver's licenses. They have the ability to drive, but they can't fucking critically think on how to turn a graph upside down, which is drawing a line in front of the number. People infuriate me. My patience is running thin. And yeah. Nelly official? A different account, huh? My class is too scared to ask the teacher a question, so they cheat in class. Everyone does, even my nerd best friend. They cheated using Gemini Google Lens, which is easy. That's the thing. These people aren't nervous. They're not socially anxious. They're asking questions. They're just doing it like fucking idiots. And I don't mean like they're asking questions that are incorrect, like that are not phrased properly. They're asking stupid questions, or they're asking the same problem over and over again when the teachers explained it to them. And most of them have like failed the tests. And they just like refuse to go to tutoring. They refuse to actually try the homework. Like most of them use AI and then just get done with it. And like out of, I want to say 17 people in the class, it's probably not the exact number, me and one other girl I know have gotten higher than a B on the tests. Like multiple tests. And this is on simple shit, by the way. Like I want to explain the level of shit we are doing. One of the tests was looking at a graph and stating what the domain and range is. Most of the questions, the domain was the answer negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. Now this wasn't a surprise test, and it wasn't a closed note test. We had a sheet that gave us the examples and answers. You really could not have fucked this up, unless you couldn't read like I could. Public humiliation, maybe. Makes the kid who to the front and asks them the question. If they get it wrong, he screams at them. The more they get wrong, the more he gets closer and screams. My teacher has the patience of a saint. He doesn't scream at them over problems. He screams at them over their behavior, which their behavior's shitty because they're just screaming or talking over him and just saying like random shit. But like, yeah, even our teacher doesn't go to that extent. He'll just be like, all right, I'm writing you up. Which is, you know, kind of the most he can really do. All right, this, I don't know what to do in here. It's like not giving me an option to do much. But yeah, I just get infuriated with people. That's why I like streaming, and that's why I like my internship, because even if at my internship people are having me solve like what I might consider a basic problem, it's most of the time not even their fault, and they're trying to learn, or they're just like not good with computers, and I don't have to explain to them the problem. I just have to fix it for them and tell them what not to do. And most of the time, they don't do it again. They'll be like, all right, I don't want to deal with that again, so I'm just going to trust you. Or if the computer breaks, they call me and they're like, I just need to fix the problem. I just need to fix the problem and like be nice to them. That's all I need to do. And that's wonderful for me. Because I don't have to sit in a computer class where I understand the subject and have someone else watch them try and learn it from someone else while they're not paying attention. Like that's the equivalent of the difference between like what I do when I'm working and what I do when I'm having to learn. And this is what like a majority of my classes are like too. Now I'm not saying they're all dumb. There's some very smart people in my classes. Gotta go, Rosa. Bye. Also, happy birthday again. Thank you. Like I'm in classes with a lot of smart people. There's just so many people that just are fucking giving up or like succumbing to AI, making them dumber. Or they'll just use AI on everything because they don't want to put in brain effort. And even the smart people are doing this, so I don't know what's happening. It's crazy. Or at least I can be calmed by Yume Tuki. I don't know what about like walking sims like this just calm me down. like walking sims and like not farming simulators, but just simulation games in general where you build something up. I don't know, it keeps me content. Just calms me down. Being an angry person is not good for my blood pressure. But at least I'm not a violent person because I do not have the body to facilitate being violent. I would get snapped like a fucking Slim Jim. But you know what? It's just what keeps my anger on the inside because then I don't have to yell at people calling them idiots. Ooh, what is this? Oh, screen's gone black. I hope this isn't one of those black rooms again because that would be fucking annoying as shit. Oh, cool. What is this? Oh, where am I? Have shifty eyes, you must be trustworthy. How do I... Hey, you don't transport me anywhere. I don't actually know if there's anyone else in stream, but if there is, how are all your days going? Because other than like, my crazy rant, my day is going all right. Mm. Yeah, there's like nothing in this void. I need to find something. Is the red thing up here? No, but there's... Oh, what are you? Hmm, that's odd. If I just keep going this way, I'll find something, right? Oh, wait, something down there? Nope, I could have sworn I saw something in the bottom left corner. We got this guy again. So then, go up here. Be the red guy? What's up here? Saw that already. What the fuck? Okay, so can I... There's something here? We're never gonna find his feet, are we? Oh no, we did. And there was no benefit to doing so. Alright, whatever. What is the point of this place? Uh, I like that WASD and arrow keys are also supported on this game, because I think Yume Nikki only supported arrow keys. But honestly, I've gotten so used to arrow keys with like how many RPG games only support arrow keys that we're doing this with WASD. What the hell is this? Is it enterable? No, I can't enter this. Oh, dang it. No, can't go that way either. Hmm. Are you enterable? No. Oh, no, I already tried you. Um, all right. I want to find a little bit more of an interesting area. And Sheiks. I like the little sheep animation. Nice. Probably like a 1 in 2 billion chance that something else happens instead of that. Try to make my little cousin play Undertale slash Deltarune only to realize with horror that his keyboard just doesn't have arrow keys. Or doesn't have arrow keys? That's weird. Wait, doesn't Undertale support WASD? What are these things? Yeah, I fucked up their pattern. I wonder if they can form back into a cross. Probably not. Feels like a fucking fever dream. A lot of gravestones. I still find it kind of interesting that some of these gravestones are like crosses instead of just the more traditional Japanese like stone pillars. Is that like I'm sure the crosses is just like a European Christian thing for graves. They were like the general headstone style that we have with crosses. The fuck is this thing? Well, this is a weird room. I like how weird this game is. It's soothing weird. Hmm. Just not the art style of this. I wonder what like these mean. The clubs and oh, we did see a diamond earlier and a heart, and this is a spade. And then I'm guessing these are jacks, jokers. What it all means. And red flowers with. Am I underwater? Hard to tell. Interesting. You can change your sitting position. This is what I always look like when I'm in a fucking chair. I can't sit still. So neat. Who are you? Oh, you're probably an effect. Wait. What if I am just not the boy? Oh, nothing. They're probably important and give an effect in a different time. No, I wouldn't mind just like being lost in one of these worlds with someone. Like it'd be nice. I think these like puddles are deeper. Ding, ding. Soothing. Flowers that have reflections and reflections that don't have flowers. Interesting. I love the soothing atmosphere of like LSD Dream Simulator games. Both eerie. I feel like Yume Nikki perfects eeriness with a sort of soothing therapy. Because it's just a game that you can walk around in and explore these vast worlds that are largely similar. Well, in their own way of being similar environments of what they are, but, you know, I guess that explanation doesn't make very much sense, but just explore dreams. I believe we have 2 effects, and one of them is the instruction panel. But it just perfects that balance of eerie horror and soothing calm. Where to go here? No, we have not. With this soundtrack itself isn't really creepy or soothing, really, honestly. But its mixture with the environment just gives it a whole new feeling. I could fall asleep to any of these like Yume Nikki soundtrack games. Whoa, you're someone who I've never expected to see. Neat. What if I'm a... Can't tell what she's saying. This is super neat, though. Probably not much here. It might be one of those dead-end rooms. Unless I have a specific effect to make her do something. For you. There's gotta be a way into his enclosure. Oh, another one of you. Actually, guess I can, but you give me the same sound. Uh, they're cooking with the music. I'm not sure what exactly, but they're sure as hell cooking something. Yeah, and they are. It is something. God, I can't read that. Oh, new room. Who the fuck are you? Please give me an effect. That'd be neat. Please. Oh, won't even talk to me. Nothing. No, nothing either. Nope. Let me guess, same sound. Let me talk to you. Yeah, figured as much. Nope, nothing either. If I press Z, will anything different happen? Nope, ignored. Oh, purple robot. Will you talk to me? Nope. Can I go in here? I cannot. Oh, what's this panel? Oh, I want to check something. Weird. Huh. I guess YouTube's just doing something weird where it's changing the thing for a random reason, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of fucking with something. I'm actually really enjoying the soundtrack in this one. It's a somewhat ethereal sound to it. I feel like it's not appropriate that I'm in here. Someone is making their fantasy an RPG Maker. And, I don't necessarily disagree with their dream, but I have a question. In fact, I have a few. You talk to me? Can't really do much in here. Feels inappropriate I'm in here, but sound was fucking awesome. Well, here's another room I can enter. Oh. Okay, I was stuck for a second, I don't know why. Oh, another area. Another layer of rooms. I can't go that way. But if there's a second layer area, there must be more shit I can do. Nope, not there. What if there's something up here? Okay, not this. Nope, something new over here. What the fuck are you? What noise is that? Feels almost wrong being here, but you know, whatever. Oh, another window. And I can't go past this area. Maybe there's a way I can go to a higher area on the other side? Oh wait, no, this is the other side. There's really not much I can do here, huh? Oh well, try this way. Hmm. Nope, nothing there. I wish I could see what he was doing. Oh, okay, there we go. Now we're back to this weird area. I don't mind. It's not terrible. Odd. I wonder what those circles mean, if they're significant of anything. These ones give us more. Hmm. Oh. Kind of hard to tell when it repeats sometimes. Like, it could be repeating now and I wouldn't know. Bim, 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 bim. There's nothing. Hmm. Where do we go now? We can go down. Yeah, we can. Go this way. This is a new sign. Bum, 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 bum. Ugh. I wonder how hard it is to make one of these types of games. Maybe that'll be what our next development stream is when I actually finish my website. I really need to figure out WordPress and then learn how to host it. I have a computer I can host it on. I just haven't done any work because I haven't wirelessly bridged anything. I need to get back to home labbing and building stuff. I've been very lazy. I need the motivation. I need to actually kick myself in the ass to start doing things. Can't sit around and be a lazy shit. I've been trying to be more proactive in studying for my A+ exam. I need to do more like um, practice tests and things. The A+ exam is supposed to be pretty easy too. Well, first half of it is. Second half is supposed to be a bit harder, but like, you know, supposed to be like the basic certification exam. If I can't pass that, I mean, IIRC, once you get the basics down, it's really easy, I heard. Yeah. For the A+ exam, I believe. Like, there's a lot of sections where I'm pretty good at a lot of what it's already giving. But I just want to be extra sure when I pay that ticket, because it's like $400 for the first part of the exam. Then I have to pay another 400 for the second part. I think the A+ exam's pricing is ridiculous. but it is good to get that foundational knowledge and ensure that I have it all. Because right after that, I'm going to work on Network Plus and Security Plus. And I gotta kick myself in the ass more to do more hacking practice. I'm close to finishing Try Hack Me's Security 101 section, which you would think is just a lot of basics, but it's a lot. I'm like 91 or 92%. Oh, RPG Maker in the exams, I guess. Okay, yeah, RPG Maker. Yeah, I haven't opened RPG Maker to actually learn it. I think I have like MV or something. Which I understand the fundamentals of game design, and I've looked up some tutorials for older versions of RPG Maker. I don't assume it'll be hard. Like, I don't know why. I've always had problems with game design or like trying to build a game. Unity, Unreal Engine, and Godot. I'll just try and build something. I'll like follow tutorials, and just nothing will work every time. No idea what my like curse is, but shit will just like not work, and I'll like follow exactly how they did it in the tutorial. Still won't work. I have no idea why. But yeah, RPG Maker, I'm hoping since it's much simpler, will not have those problems where I just can't fucking connect shit because it'll just refuse to work. I still don't understand Godot. Like, I still don't understand why it won't work. This is supposed to be an encoded language. But I've been learning like cryptography, both encoding and decoding it for our ARG projects so I can get better at actually solving puzzles, whether they be monophonetic or aristocratic. I still have that book I got from B-Sides. It is their cryptographic challenge. I never got past the first section, which is here it is, page 22. I got to explore the narrow tunnel to page 67, the glow mushrooms, and then space to explore the side passage, get turned to page 67. Which I'm pretty sure is not what you're supposed to do. I brute forced it and I don't think I got the correct answer. But going to page 67, does talk about the glowing mushrooms, which would make sense. But whatever. I've considered many times over the years making a visual novel with RenPy and Python script, but I've never had the motivation to actually start and learn. I've wanted to make like visual novel gag games for my friends, but honestly, I would make a visual novel if I had the art. I don't have the art or artistic skills. But like, I think I could write a decently compelling visual novel. Brute force is the best force, yes. I've solved some cryptographic challenges, like learning how to identify mostly. And I'm actually really happy how far I've been getting because at I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but at DEF CON, which is like a big hacker conference I was able to go to this year, and I hope to go again next year. Me and my mentor and my friends participated in Spy v Spy, which is one of the bigger competitions, which is it's a bunch of cryptographic challenges. And like it's just a lot of challenges that are like themed around spies and you have to solve them. I solved a majority of our puzzles for my team. Now granted, we didn't get very far. We weren't very highly placed, but solo, I got a lot of things pretty well. And I learned a lot of techniques for how to code break and how to identify ciphers from that. But there was a lot of sections I got stuck on. So now with my cryptography book, I'm hoping that I can get much better for next year. Because next year is the goal. Okay, we're just kind of going in fucking circles. Next year I hope to get farther. Next year I also hope to talk to another one of the people I met and participate in the building your own antenna for the radio club. I still need to get my radio license. I would love to have an amateur radio license and broadcast, but I've just been very lazy with that one. I don't really have much motivation behind that one other than I think it would be funny. So there's nothing really motivating me particularly. I don't have a incredible interest with radios, and not a lot of my friends have them or have a radio license. I have one friend who I think is either getting or has his amateur radio license. But there's just a lot of cool shit you can do that I'm trying to do. I've just not gotten incredibly far. Like, I've been trying to make my own colognes and soaps and just do models and shit. The models are not going very well. I'm not very artistically inclined, and I don't have a lot of supplies. So that's not been going great. I don't have a lot of good technique. So the artistic stuff I've been trying to learn, not the best. Played around with resin for quite a while. I liked what I made, but spotty work. Tried to learn knife making. My 12,000 RPM angle grinder was a little excessive. My dad is also a radio guy. We even have an illegal antenna that has more range than legally allowed. No, you don't. You definitely do not really have one of those. Yeah, the FCC has some weird regulations that I don't quite understand about radio license. I believe it's the FCC that manages radio. Yeah, no, it should be the FCC. But yeah, I haven't learned how to deal with any of it yet. I don't know how radio really works, but it's something I'm definitely going to do at some point. It's a license and certification I'm definitely going to get eventually. Which, like, there's just a lot of things I want to be certified for. Like, I want to be a certified forklift driver. I know that there's like the whole meme, but like, if you put your mind and money to it, you can be certified and legally own anything. Like, I used to be really interested in animal husbandry, specifically with aquatic animals and like reptiles. Um, and like when I get older, I want to have like a nice piece of property that I can just build shit. I can have like an aquarium. I can just, have a big aquarium that I can manage and have some exotic fish in. Because I just want to be able to do husbandry for those animals. And like one of my dream pets is a blue-tongued skink. I would just love to have that. I think they're really cool little neat creatures. I love my cats, of course. My cats are my #1 priority. And my room is a paradise for my cats because they just love rummaging and hiding through all the shit I have, like the 11 computers I have roamed around here that I'm either going to be using for servers or a variety of other things. Like, I've just been taking people's junk, to be completely honest. I mentioned before how I had a friend of the family who, his husband sadly passed, and I got his husband's computer and his old phone. And since then, I have used both of them for like burner devices, especially at DEF CON, where I learned how to put NetHunter on a phone and how to change its OS. And the computer I disassembled and learned where all the parts were, how it all worked. And since then, I have used it to burn shit onto CDs and try and use it as like a device for hacking competitions. Who's messaging me on Discord? Who has added me? Oomst. What does one man need 11 computers for? Any of my friends have said that. Forgot the ping to confirm it's you. Happy late anniversary of survival. Thanks. But I have gained technology in various ways. Like I have a typewriter. I have a really cool electric typewriter that I got because I volunteer at a thrift shop over the summers at my grandma's. So they'll just let me take shit because they really like my work ethic. They're like, I'm gonna be honest, you can get very far in life if you just are nice to people and work hard for people. Because they'll repay you in kind. Like the thrift shop I volunteer for, I've been told I have very good work ethic. I consider that I work pretty well. And they just love me there. So they'll let me just take shit sometimes. Of course, they're not going to just let me take like expensive jewelry or anything, but they're like, okay, if you want something, we'll see if we can get it for you. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly he is doing. He just told me it isn't legal. Also, German laws are different. Oh, okay, right. I'd love to go dumpster diving at like an electrical and tech waste thing. You don't have to go dumpster diving. There's e-waste centers where you can just take shit. Well, not take. Buy. I want to go to an e-waste center to see if I can find anything interesting. But because I just love tinkering, especially. It's really weird art. But so that's how I got the typewriter. It's also how I got a radio that doesn't work. Um, also how I got the webcam for my streams, or the streams where I like take apart computers and shit, and where I built the robot, and probably where I'm gonna build the Lego. I don't know what stream that's gonna be. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I have one. Wait, is that one given to me by? Oh yeah. One, two, three. I think there's a fourth one. I'm gonna say three because that's the only ones I can actually see. There's three computers I've gotten from my internship, where he loves having me around because I help a lot and I do a lot of the dirty work he doesn't really feel like doing. Which, what the fuck is this? And I say dirty work, I'm not being like tasked to do menial things. He likes teaching me and he likes having a, which like in the technology space, it's kind of like just not ethical, but good practice to impart your knowledge upon others. Like I've had so many people who have helped me along the way, and a lot of the times it's just like pass it forward. In technology, it's always pass it forward on knowledge. It's never like be a hoarder or try and keep people out. It's always pass it on. That's why there's so many people in the tech space. Because you can, like, there's a lot of people who want to mentor others. Like, even me, when I get to a point where I feel like I'm good enough in my field, I'll 100% take on not an apprentice, but like a mentee to pass on what I've been given and what has been afforded for me for what I've done. But I've just gotten a lot of help from people, and having an open mind and learning from so many people will get you really far. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, computers. There's another family friend that I have who was an electrical engineer, and he was really intelligent dude, really smart. And he let me just take a bunch of their old computers and devices. And he's like, half of this is useless. You're not going to be able to get much out of this. I'm like, I don't care. Because it's been a neat experience using most of them as like um, learning how to use them. Because a lot of them I can build my home network off of. They're the ones I got the green laptop from. Um, the big tan computer I have, as well as the computer that is currently at my Plex server. I don't think so, but it's the one I installed Linux Mint on, and that I now intend to probably make my web server. I might make it a web server. But like the computer I have as my Plex server was a computer given to me from my internship. So when I eventually get my Switch, a network Switch, not like a Nintendo Switch, the network Switch that I have, it's a dumb Switch. So it's like there's dumb switches and there's smart switches. Smart switches are you can configure them with like firewalls inside, or if they have a VLAN, which I know that to some people that's gobbledygook, but it just means configuring advanced settings. This is a dumb switch. It's an 8-port switch that doesn't really have any like it's just for you to connect a network with. It's not something that you can set up as like a firewall or manually configure rules for. But I also have a second router that I got from him, which I intend to connect to my main router to have a private network. So I can have like and I also recently came into possession of an 8 terabyte hard drive, which I intend to like make a family media server or just like a backup server for shit I have. The 8 terabyte hard drive is broken. It currently does not read data. However, it's a learning experience. So I learned how to fix a hard drive. Or, worst case scenario, I don't learn how to fix it and I throw it away. But learning how to fix something is pretty fucking cool. Because then you don't have to be reliant on someone else to fix your own problems. And, best case scenario, you can learn how to fix those problems for other people. especially with all the problems of like planned obsolescence now. Like, yes, this HDD is probably going to be prone to fail, especially since it's already broken and I'd have to fix it. But you know, if I put like non-essential data on it, I don't really. But I would love to go to an internet recycling center, find some of the shit they have. I'd love to get more into tech, but there's so many different paths and so much stuff to learn. It's really intimidating. I know I just have to start somewhere, but still. Yeah, totally. I 100% agree with you. That's why I'm a generalist. I don't find it intimidating. I'm not, not that I don't find it intimidating. Give me a moment, I need water. I'm gonna give you a little secret. Um, don't pick a path. Now, granted, this advice doesn't work for specialists. Like, I know someone, I've met a lot of people in tech. There was this one guy I met, and he does not have a college degree, and he doesn't really have any certifications. But he is so specialized in what he does that he is very highly paid for it. And he only picked one path. He's not a generalist. He doesn't know everything about well, actually that's not a good example. Like he's not a penetration tester. He doesn't know how to build his own, well actually I don't 100% know this. But as an example, he probably does not know how to build his own malware. He probably does not know how to build his own large language models. He probably doesn't experiment with prompt engineering. Now, you can get into semantics about whether prompt engineering is really computer science or whether it's just fucking stupid. But like, and this was a very smart guy. I'm not saying like, hey, like he's a one trick pony. I wouldn't say that. He's a very smart guy. From when I spoke to him, and he doesn't really generalize himself with anything. He's a specialist. He does one thing and he does it pretty damn well. And that's not me. I am a generalist to everything. So currently, my internship is largely blue teaming, as well as troubleshooting. I work IT help desk effectively, and I do I do network analysis of the company that I am interning for, and I've been asked to play a penetration tester role. So I've been asked to, and granted, I'll only do it when I feel comfortable with the level of what I'm going to be able to do. But I have been asked by the IT guy, hey, can you try and hack into our system? And of course, I know the system. I know like everything that's on it. I know how locked down it is, policy-wise. But of course, he is not really a penetration tester. He's an IT guy who's been working IT for a long time. This is his specialty. But he doesn't really red team. My specialty isn't red teaming, but I know a lot about it. To a point where I can comfortably hack easy machines for things such as hack the box, or doing try hack me rooms that are easy to intermediate level. And does that make me a professional? Absolutely not. Am I the best? Hell no. And no one will ever be the best. Everyone is always learning. There's no such thing as a master in computers, because everything is constantly changing. If you were a master 10 years ago, you're an amateur now. Because nothing in computers is the same within the same 5 years. Because like artificial intelligence itself, the definition for artificial intelligence has changed so many times in the past 5 years with all the advances we have. Generalizing is great because you can't really only learn one thing. A lot of things are connected with each other in some way. Exactly. So I can go into almost any room as a generalist and understand parts of the conversation while still being able to learn more. I've been able to hold my own in conversations in a field I don't know a lot about, but because I know a lot of fundamentals or I know a lot specifically in one field, I can understand what they're saying and hold a conversation. For example, going on to another example, there was this penetration tester I met. very smart guy, very friendly, and his whole thing is being a penetration tester. So he focuses on being the penetration tester for his company. So whenever his development team makes a product or something to go launch for their company, it is his job to attack it as much as physically possible. And he then has to tell the team what needs to be fixed and what the vulnerabilities are. So he's very important. But his whole thing is making malware, and his whole thing is like making malware, making viruses, breaking systems, and he's a very cool dude. So I really love learning from him and talking with him because it's so interesting. But at the same company, there's another person who I've met with him. They didn't even know they worked at the same company, or no, I think they did when I was with them, and they work on different sides of the country and they work on completely different things. So he's development team, but he still does a lot of hacking on the side. So like he'll be doing Hack the Box, which is a popular service if you want to have machines that have vulnerabilities and you have to hack into them for competitions. It's like pseudo professional hacking, and he loves Hack the Box to an unhealthy point where his can't remember if it's his wife or his girlfriend will have to like make him eat or make him stop to like do something. But like it's his passion, and he's pretty good at it. But I don't know how well his like malware making skills are compared to the other guy. But they all just have different skill sets, but they're generalists who, even though they're specialized into one thing, know a lot about a lot of other fields, but they'll be like, yeah, this field I'm not particularly great on. And there's this one guy who I met at a cybersecurity conference. Very, very nice man. And he is very specialized into passwords. Hacking passwords is his thing. And it was so interesting to learn from him because I just know he has the shrimp posture. Actually, no, none of these guys have the shrimp postures. Yeah, no, but they're all like, because, and the thing is, a lot of these people, are pretty well paid because they specialize and they work for big companies and they're pretty good at what they do. So they have time to be healthy and fix their posture. Oh, my posture is fucking terrible right now. I'm just scrunched in my chair sideways. I don't even know how I'm doing this. But the guy who I knew passwords cracking probably isn't good at physical security, like physical circuit security or making circuits that do things. However, there was one guy I met at the same conference, at the same table, who was great at custom coding circuits to make them do things. And he showed me all these projects he had. And he got me really inspired to buy Arduino cards and start learning. So that's why I have Arduino cards and the Arduino IED on my desk. Well, not on my desk, on my desktop. But I have the Arduino circuits right here. These are Arduino Nanos with the cables. But I haven't worked on developing them because I don't know how to do it. I don't really have experience, and I've been trying to learn it, but it's a little difficult. Which is why I started with the kits, like the tank and the solar power generator that I have. Neither of which fucking work. I don't know why I can't load the code onto those boards. But I'm learning and I need to troubleshoot. But there's just so many fields you can go into, and I have so much shit in my room in various computer fields. I have shit to build my own network. On my computer, I have virtual machines specifically for red teaming and attacking. I've been learning how to do malware analysis. Sometimes I do OSINT in my free time, where I'll like pick a person and I'll try to find out as much information as I can about them, or I'll try to like steal a bunch of information, then confirm with them that it's correct, so that I can learn that. There's so much you can do in computers. I love it. And I love that I'll never be a master. I will never be a master at any of this. But what I can do is learn all as much as I can. Like currently, I'm holding a research study about artificial intelligence and the psychological effects it has on students. I wish to give this presentation at um, one of the big conferences, but um, I'm still in the data gathering phase. I only have like 130 something responses, and I want more to be able to get a bigger sample size of data. And like I know that 137 is not a bad sample size, but problem is I want more data. I want to be able to give concrete answers. The problem is I'm getting bureaucratic hurdles in the way. Whole other problem. I'm finally IRB certified though, so the ethics of my experiment have been officiated, so I can legally publish the results in a journal, um, as it has been ethically certified. But I'm gonna try and contact other schools if they wouldn't mind running the survey. I was actually gonna see if I could get like r slash teenagers or r slash teenagers but practical. I'm gonna try and contact the mod teams of those subreddits as they explicitly state do not run polls or like experiments without express permission from the mod team. And I want to see if I can get mod team support. I would absolutely love to get support from online forums because my thing is specifically for teenagers, from the grades of 8 to 12. Because I want to see like the psychological effects and how people think they use artificial intelligence. Um, I've just been such a pussy with trying to actually ask them. I really need to just grow a pair and fucking message the mod teams. There's like 5 subreddits that I've picked out with their large teenager populations, and I want to try and ask them if they wouldn't mind running the survey. And of course, the survey is very like there's like personal parts to it. Wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you. I want to try and get my survey published in like a cybersecurity journal like 2600, and I want to try and give a talk on it at either B-Sides LV or DEF CON, since they're both held like within the same week. So I want to give my research, and I don't want to gatekeep information because like I feel like AI and the psychological impacts it's having on people is something we really need to look deeper into, especially with students. And I want to make my not mark, but I want to make my foothold into like the computer research industry because a lot of people are researching AI right now, like the extent of the effects of what we're going to be doing on it or the environmental effects. But I feel like not a lot of people are looking into the deep psychological effects. I like, granted there are, but I feel like there's missing spaces in the research. And there are missing gaps in my own research that I wish I could fill, but just legally I can't. Like I wanted to ask students how they think AI pornography affects them or what or like um shit about AI and advertising. But ethically and legally I cannot explicitly ask teenagers for their opinion on pornography and AI or inverse that sentence. Um and I couldn't ask the same on like if they have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend. I can't explicitly ask it, but if they willingly give me that information, I can I can get it. Which is why in my survey I have a lot of written sections where yes, it's pretty much mostly multiple choice, but there are written sections where I ask, you wouldn't mind, would you explain your answer, or would you like to elaborate on your opinion on this? Now I'm gonna be honest, I've gotten super interesting results so far. Like the results are not really what I expected. Not in a lot of regards. Some things are exactly what I expected. But I haven't like written my full hypothesis. I really need to write my research paper when I get all my data. Like my general hypothesis is that a lot of students aren't going to admit because my whole survey is like will you admit that you've cheated on assignments and stuff? And there's people who I know are going to be like bait, I haven't cheated, which fucking yes you have. Um Like I know there's people who don't trust the survey and are like, "Oh, the school is just trying to track me and find out who cheated." And I had to like go up to people and say, "I'm the one running the survey, None of this information is going to the school. Please give me your honest answers. I don't give a fuck if you're cheating. I don't give a fuck if you've AI'd your entire like English class. I don't care. It's not my job to care. What my job is to do is to get the information and see what it's really having an effect on. That's, in my opinion, what my job is. Like, I could give less of a shit if these people are cheating on their assignments. I could give less of a shit the impacts that AI is actually having on them. What I care about is being able to look at this information and see how we can actually better the future and change the trajectory that what I sadly think is happening. Because in my personal opinion, AI is leading to people losing relationships. Isn't an anonymous survey? Technically, no. The only thing I say it's an anonymous survey because really your personal information is not like I don't track your personal information. I don't track your the only thing that it tracks is your email. But the only reason I have that is to prevent spam and like joke answers. So like your email is tied to your answer. But the thing is, that's not going to be published. The results will be published, but all personal information will be scrubbed from the data set. Legally, I have to do that, but like I was going to do that anyway. Because I want the results to be public about how people really feel about AI and how they feel they use it. And I want to look at the actual implications that this will have. Because there's people who gave me really personal responses. And of course, I'm going to scrub a lot of the personal information out of them. And then there's people who gave me joke responses, but I know who they are. So like, the one I ran in school, because it's going to be a separate survey just to provide the results so that it's not like mixed with outside influence. Survey I did specifically at the school. Like I tracked everyone's email just to make sure they're all using school emails so I can tie who to who. And that's only for my own personal viewing, so no one else can see this. But like I'll see who made the joke answers. So I'll be like, okay, obviously this kid is just fucking with me. And I'll be like, okay, this looks like a joke answer, but based on the person who's giving it, I think this is real. So it's really only to help me validate things. And of course, for the actual survey that I'm going to run online, or that I plan to try and run online, it'll still like try and limit you. I think I'll do the email saving again because it prevents you from giving multiple responses. But like I won't really be able to validate it because I don't know any of these people's emails. I'll try and see if there's a way that I can do it without emails, because I know that a lot of people feel like unsafe giving their email, which I totally understand. I would not feel safe either. But I want to try and just make it like minimize spam and minimize joke answers. But yes, it's anonymous for the purposes of your data will not be given to the school. So if you say you cheated on an exam, I don't care. It's not going to the school. The school will never hear about it. Well, unless they've already fucking caught you, which high likelihood at my school with how terrible people are at covering their tracks. Who else messaged me? Birthday. Thanks, Audie. But the general results themselves are anonymous to the point of like no one knows your answer. Only I know, but it's for my eyes only. And of course, I'm not gonna say people's responses. Like, ethically and morally, just terrible idea. I accidentally fucking got myself into a corner. But how it's going to be published is that it's anonymous to the point where I can see the email of the person, and I'm only doing this for two reasons: to validate that the answers are not just spam, and to validate that it's people who are giving like realistic answers. Like if I see someone whose name I recognize and the fucking answers are bullshit, I'm just gonna delete their responses. Because it's clearly a joke answer and they're not giving me real information. So that's a way I'm cleaning the data. So for like jackasses who just don't care and want to seem funny and go like and just give me like ridiculous fucking answers. Yeah, I'm not going to validate those. So there's a mixture of reasons why I have it the way it is, which I fully outline in my IRB proposal. So it's not like any of this is secret information that no one's supposed to know. All of it's outlined in my IRB, which has been already signed by an IRB board, and um, all the ethics is above board. Um, so yeah, I have my signature. I'm gonna double check with them just to make sure that everything is fully certified, because I want to make sure I'm covering my ass legally. Because, you know, if you have a survey with minors, there's problems that arise. But I just think my research is really important, so I want to make sure everything is done correctly. And also, I want to be able to publish these results so people can see what it is, and they can make research based off of um, my own research. Like, if there's people who can go farther and be able to fill in the gaps I wanted to fill but wasn't legally able to, I would love that. I would love someone to be able to like use my research as a base and answer the questions I wanted to but wasn't allowed to. I would love that. It'd be awesome. And also I just think it's neat that someone could potentially cite my research in a research paper. That they'd be citing my research as an example. I think that's really cool. But yeah, that research project is still underway. I need to get more data. My administration is being bitchy with certain things. System image not found. Interesting. 4 3-digit numbers. Interesting. Probably a code you can solve, or it's just random bullshit. I don't really feel like taking the time to try and solve it though. But yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that research project before the next DEF CON and submit it as a proposal for a talk. Same with B-Sides. I would love to give the talk at B-Sides and DEF CON. Problem is, I think at B-Sides, if you're a first-time speaker, you're only giving like a 20-minute window. And with my research, I feel like I could really fill longer than that. Because I'm very comfortable with public speaking compared to a lot of people I've seen talk at those conferences. So I feel very comfortable with being able to talk for quite a while on a subject while still not making it boring. But yeah. I'm just rambling at this point, I guess, but I'm just really passionate about it. Your computers, in general. Mush TED Talk on live TV when? DEF CON and B-Sides stream and record all their conferences except for Sky Talks. So, you would be able to see my my talk given online if I'm able to actually give the talk. I think my subject is interesting enough that they'll give me the schedule. Problem is I have to have it finished by a certain time, and I have to have it I would like to have it published. So that'll take time. But I can promote my research there, and also a lot of people there are like AI researchers or developers, and I feel like this information is really important for the next stage of the AI revolution or AI bubble, depending on which one you believe it is. Like, I think it's really important that we look at the psychological impacts and that we anticipate how it will be affecting the next generation. And because let's be honest, the high schoolers and college students now are the next generation of workers, and how are they going to be using AI at work? Because like if you look at r/programming humor, There are so mmany posts of people just getting super angry at their employees, not their employees, but at the people they have to fix shit for. Like using ChatGPT and copy pasting um private information in a company into ChatGPT just to get an email done faster. Like, do you know how big of a security issue that is? But do you also know how lacking of critical thinking that is? Just one, the lack of critical thinking to write a in 5 sentence email. That does not take that long. Um, the people skills that it requires to read and write an email, and then the critical thinking skills to realize maybe I shouldn't put confidential email into a large language model. Like, that is so fucking stupid on so many levels. But this really is going to be an era of people who can't critically think without AI. I wholly believe that. Because I genuinely met people. AI can't do working time fraud like I do. Yeah. Like, AI is already the next generation of scams and phishing links. And we are the next generation that is being, like, reliant on AI. There are people who can't do basic life skills without AI. Like, really basic things. And they are just blindly listening to AI. It scares me. But I hope that my research can be an example of maybe what's happening and what we can do to fix it. I want to offer solutions. I don't think I have any concrete ones yet, but it's a problem that I want fixed. And I want to, because like a lot of AI researchers right now are people in their 20s or 30s. They're not students anymore. A lot of them aren't anyway. A lot of the CEOs especially aren't high school students. They're building the tools. They're not the ones having it used and using it to influence the next, not using it, but having it influence the next generation of humans. Like this isn't an America specific. Okay, maybe the fucking lack of critical thinking is an America specific problem, but this isn't like the United States specific. This is happening everywhere. AI is becoming ridiculously included in everything. And it's causing real world damage. But who knows? Who knows? Like, my project started with the, I guess you could kind of call it ego, of wanting to have a B-sides or DEF CON talk, and wanting to contribute to the community, wanting to have my voice and opinions heard, and being able to say I talked at these conferences. But now it's all about, I want to actually prove this research is important. I think it's, yeah. I'm going around in circles in this world. It's a beautiful world, but I'm lost. And I know B-sides and DEF CON people are fucking, oh, excuse me. They're fucking tired about hearing about AI. But I really think that we need to keep having these discussions. And I think that enough people aren't talking about the subject that I'm looking at where I think people will be interested in it and think it's important. At least some people. But yeah. I might actually consider putting the research survey on my channel as well. The problem is that not a lot of people like interact with posts, and I can't really guarantee that questions will be filtered correctly. But I don't know. I need to grow up. You know what? Maybe I'll contact those Reddit forums this week. See if I can convince any of them to run my survey. Maybe if I'm lucky, at least like one of them will. Problem is I'm not very active in those communities. Like I look at posts, I'll like upvote stuff because, and of course I use Reddit. I'm a computer person. You know how many computer problems are solved with Reddit? Just like looking at old forums. But I also like r slash programming humor and r slash home lab. There's a lot of cool subreddits about computer stuff. But I want to see if I can get more teenagers, like r slash teenagers were practical. I have like a list of subreddits I wanted to try and ask the mod team if I can run my survey. But yeah, I don't really know what other avenues I can go through to get more teenage responses. Because I want to look at current teenagers specifically. Because, you know, as I've said, it's the next generation. It's like arguably the most important age group of people we need to be looking at for how AI is going to affect them. I don't know. It's all a matter of time. Yeah, I don't know if 137 signatures or responses, which is what I currently have, would be enough for a research survey. Like, I don't know what the average amount is of like Pew Research Center. They're a huge research organization. They don't usually state their like test groups when they publish, or at least I can never find them. But I know it's really hard to get like responses for research surveys. Any tech related subreddits you'd recommend to check out? Um, I like r slash programming humor. Even though it's just memes of IT people complaining about other their languages, you can actually kind of learn things through them because there's a lot of people in comments who will like just talk about themselves or their field and teach things. Um, r slash home lab is really cool because it's full of people making their own home labs of servers and shit and making their own networks, like making their own Pi clusters and stuff. R slash programming, I think I'm part of that one. It's had a lot of people showing off projects. Um, there's a ton of like computer related subreddits that are just these niche communities of development of certain things. Like I'm pretty sure there's an Arduino sub community. There's a soldering sub community where they talk about like shit they make and show off like bad solder jobs and good solder jobs. Um, so many cool projects people make. But I desperately need to get back into development of building things, especially my home lab. I've been like wanting to build a home lab for forever. And I've like now I have the resources to do it. I just haven't gotten my ass into gear. Well, I haven't had the Wi-Fi to do it for a while. Now I do, and my Wi-Fi's been pretty stable. So I want to try and add a wireless bridge onto it to connect, you know, my router and the spare router I have so I can have a separate network. It'll teach me how to build a network, how to secure a network. Because I already help managing a network right now. I see how they secure it. I see the physical firewall. I see the physical fucking modems and shit, switches and blocks and all that. All really cool. I enjoy it. And even though I'm working with like a lot of vintage tech, I say vintage, legacy technology. Like I have a computer in my closet right now that we're pretty sure has like barely any functioning parts. But I really want to do a stream where like I dissect it and try and fix it. The only problem is I have no idea what parts I need for it. My typewriter, I need to get an ink cartridge and I want to get a wheel that allows me to type in cursive because I think that'd be funny as shit to give written letters of cursive. Um, yeah, I've been reading that code breaking book, of course, learning at things. Hi, what are we playing on this fine day? We're playing Yume Tuki, the Yume Nikki fan project. Figured for my birthday I'd play something calming where I can just kind of turn my brain off and talk. I've done a lot of talking. Sorry. This. Oh, God damn it. Uh, I can't see shit. Never heard of either. What are they slash what are they about? Yume Nikki is Japanese for Dream Diary. Well, that's the like pronunciation. The spelling is different, obviously, because it's Japanese. But it was a game made by a guy named Kikiyama in 2000, I believe, which is like a huge dreamscape game of just exploring all these dream worlds. And Yume Tuki is a fan project made by a bunch of people to effectively pay homage to it. So these are a lot of like old surreal worlds, of which we've played Yume Nikki Online, which is another fan project before on stream, which has Yume Nikki fan games like Dot Flow, Yume Tuki. This game is also in Japanese too. There is an English translation version. You just have to get special software to run it. Okay, I can't see shit in here, and I can't find anything. So, but yeah, I really like this game. It's very surreal and calming, and I like the art. Is it kind of like American McGee's Alice? Hold on, let me. American McGee's Alex? Oh, Alice? Wait, let me just look this up on my phone. Never heard of that one. American McGee's. Oh, the Alice series. Yes, I have heard of these actually. I didn't know the person who made it was called American McGee. But yeah, I've seen these games before. I don't know very much about them. But Yume Nikki is more kind of like a walking simulator, Dreamland, where you kind of go through these worlds that have been created and you can uncover puzzles and shit. But it's a lot of just kind of soothing walking. Such a good game, you might have heard of the sequel. Um, it's like Alice with a Chainsaw or something. I feel like I know the sequel. I feel like I know what you're talking about. What's the sequel called? What's the name of it? Like Alice in Alice Madness Returns. I think I know that one. Sequel. Alice Madness Returns, Alice Asylum. I don't know Alice Asylum, but I've heard Alice Madness Returns. Yeah, I've heard of it. They were classic console games from what I remember. Yeah, honestly, I was like, there's no way parents named them American. Yeah, Madness Returns. There's something soothing about these weird, surreal worlds that, like, Yume Nikki fan games are just known for. I enjoy them. I don't know what I enjoy about being in, like, a weird world. That must mean I need a mini power for that. We haven't gotten a lot of effects in this game. I haven't been focusing on finding them. I should. There's obviously guides, but what's the fun in that? Okay, yeah, I do need a mini power for this. Super Horror Bro has a great video explaining the story and hidden meanings if you're curious. Oh, Super Horror Bro, he's pretty good. What's cheese? Oh, the cheese shrinks me. Neat. This is enjoyable. I just saw it was on EA Play for Xbox. Guess who's forking over an extra $40 for EA Play? EA Play is so dog shit. I don't like EA. They are not a company I enjoy. When their own CEO explains that their shit is so broken to please buy it off Steam, that's the point where I'm like, okay. You don't even want my money anymore. Like, you just fucking shitty company. I have no idea what to do here. I have fucked up and I have no idea why. It's different. Have you heard of the EA being sold news? Oh, EA is getting sold again? To who? Neither do I, but it's the easiest way I can get the game due to me not having Steam. What do you mean, not having Steam? It's... Oh, well, I guess it's on Xbox, so... You, like... You have a computer, Steam is free. But I understand if you don't have a computer, you don't really have a lot of options. Actually, I'm buying a new laptop over Black Friday, so hopefully that'll change. Oh, congrats. I'm still trying to afford a new PC. I know I said earlier I have like 11 computers, but like most of these are older than me. So, yeah, they're not really what I'm looking for. Like most of these things can't run Windows 10. I'm just saying. Or Windows 7. Some of these can't run Windows 7, which is yeah, not great. But they're mostly meant to be like servers and some miscellaneous things. I think I've created an excess amount of clones. Oh, let me out. Yeah, the one I'm using right now doesn't exactly belong to me, so that's why I'm buying a new one with my own money. Oh, okay. Yeah, trying to buy a new one with my own money too. Currently, I'm at $1,200 mark, and I'm debating whether I make it or buy it. Because the thing is, I can get a pretty good PC if I just buy one. Problem is, buying one is way more expensive. But also, building one isn't exactly cheap right now because of, you know, tariffs and overpricing of shit. Because, yeah. I need this, and I did it again. Didn't mean to push that one. I'm considering I might either buy a PC over Black Friday or just start buying parts now. Try and cheap out on things like a case or a power supply and maybe some RAM sticks, but... like the GPU and CPU kind of need to be the expensive parts, as well as having good amount of RAM. I haven't been really paying attention, but EA is being sold to like Saudi Arabia and is somehow connected to the Trump family. I don't know, shared custody between those two or something. Jeez. Not a combination I expected. But I guess, you know, expect the unexpected. Some people have their hand in a lot of pies. Oh, I'm a boy again. Oh, I'm huge now. Where the fuck am I now? Okay, I guess I'm that now. Where the fuck? Alright, whatever. But yeah, it's all fucky right now. My goal was originally around a little over $2,000 because I wanted to get a framework PC. This framework is just a really cool company idea. Problem is that PC I designed is like I just got I picked all the parts that are like, you know, they're like quality parts because I want the computer to last quite a long time. I don't want it to really be outdated in a couple of years. Problem is that framework stuff, while modular, is not. Most of it's custom, I believe, so a little problem with that. I like my laptop, but there's always some little thing that's making me frustrated. My laptop is fine, it's just underpowered. Like, it has an MX550 NVIDIA with a decent CPU core, but like, I can't play most of the games my friends play. And my friends don't have like super high-end PCs. They have like decent PCs, but I also want to do things like game development and more hacking, which requires more CPU power and stuff like that, which, ugh. If my dreams were a playable experience, I would make bank off the weirdness. Just make a game. Like that Anne game we played a while back, that was made by an artist called Wrong Wrong from Indonesia. Their experience with game development was zero, but they made a game, and it was pretty good just because they're an artist. So you can get pretty far with not knowing a lot about game development specifically. And this game is made in RPG Maker, which is not a very code-intensive platform. You can code in it, obviously, but like, oh, what do you mean I can't push two at the same time? Oh, damn it. I have no idea how this puzzle is supposed to work. I think everyone should make at least one weird little RPG Maker game in their life. Yeah, that's why I want to make an RPG Maker game. But I also want to learn SFM and other software and Hammer Editor and Source. Ugh. One of my favorite to recount was set in some weird kind of state fairground, and to simplify the plot down to the core, there was a strange mass singer live stream with the digital audience. The Miku. Go this one. Oh wait, we've been to this one already. Hmm. Interesting. Never been in this door before. Would vote and the digital audience would vote and whoever gets the most votes won, and then they changed into the aforementioned fairground, and two of my favorite YouTubers, 8-Bit Ryan and Baz, were there and just holding a piece. Or holding a piece of something. Piece of bok choy until Baz punched me in the chest because I wouldn't give it to him. That is a weird dream. I don't know how visible it is on the stream of this dark room, but it's hard for me to see it. So I have to look in the OBS view to like see anything. Hmm. Again, very simplified plot, but reliving in my head always makes me laugh. Hmm. Nothing there. Crazy to think I've had two birthday streams now on this channel. Feels so weird. But the last one was back when my channel actually got views. Now it feels like channel's kind of died, sadly. Oh shit. Lights come back. Like I have that Hanged Man video that's ready to be released. But honestly, I'm scared. I'm scared that it's just going to fail again because I would like my videos to succeed. I just want people to watch them, but feels like I fucked up the algorithm somehow. I like writing down my dreams, but I often have dreamless sleeps or they're just boring. My dreams are mostly just fantasy. You never remember how a dream starts? Mine, I usually remember how they start. Blue. Blue dabba dee ba da die. Does this mean I can't be near the blue ones now? Yep, like magnets. I watched Inception a few weeks ago and bro, oh my goodness. This is what we call peak cinema. It's such an artistic masterpiece. Looks like a circuit with these things like diodes and capacitors. I'm jealous of lucid dreamers. I don't know if I'm jealous of lucid dreamers or not. Not sure if I want to control my dreams. Honestly, playing this game is making me sleepy with how peaceful some of the scenes are. Now we have a fucking flying section, okay. But what? No, I want to go back to it. Well, at least I never had sleep paralysis, so at least it's not all bad. Yeah, fair. Honestly, this is just kind of peaceful to watch. I don't know why. It's like making me sleepy. I used to lucid dream mostly on reoccurring dreams. The last one I remember having ended in me trying to warn my mom and my friend's mom to get their kids off the playground because I had something. I had the dream before I knew it was going to eat them, although of course they didn't listen. Jeez. Wait, I didn't even tell them it was my birthday today. How'd they? Hmm, whatever. Friend just wished me happy birthday. I remember telling, well, my birthday's not today. It was yesterday. I just didn't feel like streaming yesterday. I volunteered at an event and I got really tired and I was like, I'll just sleep in the rest of the day. They would have loved you in ancient times. Yeah. You're still not getting shawarma. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Um, yeah, probably Audie would have just said that the rain dance would have fucking and before they got eaten, but it still frustrates me how people in my dreams never listen to me when I warn them about imminent danger. Why is the screen black? Oh. Is it just a dark room again? Yes, it is. It's a basement that I can't fucking see in. Can't really do anything in it either, so I'm just gonna leave that. You've been lying to us about your birthday this whole time? I said in the beginning that this is just my birthday was yesterday, but I was tired, so I didn't feel like streaming. I've been pretty open that my birthday was yesterday, where some Godzilla creature was actively ravaging the city like 500 feet away from us, and my dad was still like, nah, it's fine. Why don't they listen to me? What implications does this have about real life lore? Who knows? Hmm. See, I don't even know what's so peaceful about this. There's something so mundane with the background music just being weirdly soothing. I'm gonna actually fucking fall asleep after this. I just wanna let y'all know. Like, when this stream is done, my eyes are just fucking shutting. Probably from a mixture of tiredness from last night, but also, like, it's just peaceful. I could fall asleep to the Yume Nikki soundtrack and the Yume Tuki soundtrack too, probably. It's just so nice. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of games like that where just listening to their ambience, I can just drift off. Like Sea of Thieves, just sitting on the boat and fishing. Like that ambience for 6 hours, that'd be nice. Even Minecraft ambience, just sitting there, listening to like the old C418 ambience. Just, um, even like Mice on Mars or fucking really anything from C418, honestly. All his music is very soothing in Minecraft. Of course, except the cave sounds. Fuck the cave sounds. But like, I don't know. Video games are just different. They just hit. And these areas are just so fucking beautiful. I just want to say that. I love Yume Nikki and Yume Tuki's environments. They're so interesting. Look at those growths on the wall. Recurring nightmare I have that makes me wake up in cold sweat as my mom nicely rearranging my room. Like, that's all, but God, it scares me so bad in the moment. I also looked up the meaning of disgusting bathrooms in dreams because there's one that's shown up in my any dream with a big map, if you will, for like a decade. Weird. Yume Tuki needs more love? Absolutely. I want to make a video essay on Yume Tuki. This would be nice. Like, Yume Nikki as well, because I've finished Yume Nikki and I've gotten the ending for it. And I did a video on Yume Nikki Dream Diary, but that one didn't get a lot of views. I'm hoping that with the Hanged Man video, there will be more interest in things like Yume Nikki and Yume Tuki videos. Because I've started that FNAF World Simulator video. I'm about 7 minutes done with it so far. Interloper, I still haven't recorded the audio because it's 55 fucking pages. And for reference, the FNAF World Simulator script was like 18, and that video is 50 minutes long, or the recording is at least. And the Interloper one is roughly 3 to 4 times that and still in progress, with like 2 videos I haven't reviewed yet, or like incorporated into the lore. So, oh my god, my throat is gonna be dead when I record those. Because I want to ride the wave of Interloper's like height. When Interloper F comes out, I want to break it down immediately and then include it in the video and be able to post it. Because I want to get the final story of Interloper. I want to be a part of it. It'd be so cool. I want to try and help solve that mystery. Find all the clues and shit. It's been fun to investigate Interloper. I really love it. Such a cool series. So nice. And we're back at the where am I? This is honestly kind of beautiful, but like... This reminds me of like the sand dune area from Yume Nikki Dream Diary. Just that subtle crunch like you're standing on snow feels so nice. Can't wait until I get my new laptop because hopefully when I can finally play Crazy Craft, this location reminds me of the Crystal Dimension or whatever it is. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I love the design for this area. I do too, it's so nice. I would love to do more mod pack review videos. I would love to do stuff like Crazy Craft and stuff like that. Problem is, not a lot of people are interested in really watching those series anymore. I think I'd put them on the Day Shift channel if I did, because I feel like they don't really fit with the current main channel style. I am? Alright. not everyone is really interested in watching those videos still. I really like on this channel, there's really old videos of just a casual playthrough of Kinda Crazy Craft because my computer can't run the full Crazy Craft mod pack. And while I enjoyed doing those videos, there's just not a big audience for it. Like, not a lot of people really enjoy watching those videos. Like, they like the hyper-edited new style of Minecraft content. Minecraft mod videos even have been kind of losing steam. People are just kind of losing interest. Especially with how much fucking AI slop there is on YouTube and how much... I would even say Minecraft is just getting slopped. I watched Think Noodle's 70-plus episode Crazy Craft series numerous times. It's made me want to play it. It was a big part of my childhood. Honestly, same for me, except instead of Think Noodles, I watched Dan TDM. So the same series, but from his perspective. That was what got me super interested in Crazy Craft. And that's what made me really want to play it. Him and Thanksia. Thanksia's perspective I also really enjoyed, because he went more on the witchcraft. But Dan TDM, I really liked his kind of variety of playing. Put Subway servers and slime videos in the corner and boom views. Yeah. JK. Yeah, it's not my style. I prefer more laid back type of content. Like, even the content I watch is more laid back. I really like Astral Spiff. His stuff isn't super edited, it's very kind of down to earth with his playthroughs. But he does a lot of creative stuff like challenge runs. Mine would be more like just kind of playthroughs. I really like just diving into games and being able to just play through them without like crazy challenges. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like the cool crazy challenges, but it's just like that hyper enthusiasm is just not my thing. Yeah, I watched this too when he joined it, but I liked the original Crazy Craft series more before 3.0. Yeah. I just like making build projects and chilling out. Just being able to relax with a game. I feel like that's what a lot of old YouTubers did, like NTDM with his old Diamond Dimensions mod pack series. It was largely just him hanging out and doing projects and investigating all these mods. I really liked that style. And of course he had the like roleplay sessions of him and Dr. Treyarch and all that stuff, and I enjoyed those too, but I was just never into the hyper edited, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch Markiplier a lot because he's very over enthusiastic, and yes, that's funny for clips, but like I can't watch that consistently. I like the more laid back, metered content. Like Scott the Woz, I would say, is less of that. Like, he's more hyper enthusiastic and he hits comedy beats pretty fast, and he talks a little faster. And I will say that I do that normally. Like, I talk pretty fast normally, I'd consider, which is why I have to slow down on streams. Because I have a lot of non-English as a first language viewers. Like, there's people who watch from India, UAE, Germany, as Pat said. So I try to be slower with my English so that people who aren't, very fluent and understand me better. My favorite 8-Bit Ryan hyper edits a lot of his videos, but I only like it because he puts a lot of effort into his videos. I liked 8-Bit Ryan for a while, but the problem is that he's so hyper. Like, I think it's gotten to him a little bit based on like what his recent videos and stuff has been. But like, he's too hyper for me. I can't watch his videos consistently. Like, maybe once in a while I'll watch them if I'm interested in the game. But like, I can't watch him because he's super hyper. The only Minecraft gameplay I watched was from this one German YouTuber because I didn't understand English. Fair enough. Like, there's this one YouTuber, his name is DallasMed56 or 65, I think. And I watched him because he was very metered in his gameplay. He's also very slow. Like, it has to be a balance between the doing a lot in one video and slow metered pace. And I just kind of lost interest in this series after a while. And I think I'll revisit it again when I'm back into that mood for watching it. But like, yeah. just something that not a lot of people want. Don't crucify me, but I've never actually seen a Markiplier video, which is insane given that I have been dedicated FNAF fan since 4th grade. Yeah, I feel the same. I haven't watched a lot of Markiplier's videos just because I'm not into that style. I love some of his videos, like his videos that he started in the pandemic about like testing all these random foods. I really enjoyed those. I thought they were super funny. But like his gaming videos, he's very energetic. Which I mean is great for a lot of people, but for me, eh. Like retro gaming now, he has a very metered tone of speaking. And even the guys who I'd consider more hyper that I watch, like the Fat Electrician, he speaks pretty fast, but he's like Scott the Woz. He doesn't hyper edits. And as fast as he speaks, it's on something that I'm just like hyper interested in. It's not something I put on to relax. It's something I put on because I want to learn whatever the fuck crazy thing he's explaining now. He'll be like, hey, we're talking about the chicken tax, which is and he talks pretty fast. And he speaks at a specific BPM, which I find so funny. Yeah, I can't watch Ryan all the time, but usually it's very enjoyable as I can be a very high energy person when I'm not socially drained. A few weeks ago, I went on a nostalgia trip to rewatch all my favorite Dan TDM videos and series. It was really good. Yeah, I occasionally go on those nostalgia trips where I watch old Dan TDM mod reviews or things like that. I enjoy it. Love RGN so much. His narration is peak. Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely an inspiration on how I do my ARG videos. Him and like Nightmind, I think, are some big inspirations on this, on just the way I conduct myself when I do those videos. But I also try to add my own personality because, you know, it's not fun if it's just a copycat of RGN. So I try to add my own styles and my own way of writing and things. RGN is just like, he's just very good at what he does. He's very good editing, very good content, very good audio that he makes himself. Amazing composer. His backtracks are so good. What is this? Shit, sick. Pretty proud of having made the first RGN face reveal fan art, to be honest. He liked it. Nice. Wait, RGN face revealed? I did not know that. But honestly, your fan art is good. I remember when you made the drawing of my avatar. That was really cool. And that's what inspired the avatar that you see now. It looks like dog shit, but it inspired it. There's a YouTuber whose videos / narration I enjoy. You might have heard of him. His channel's called Mush the Skeleton. Nah, never heard of him. I left the server shortly afterwards because it's just way too active for my tastes, but it's still cool. Yeah, I don't talk a lot in active servers. I just kind of go in there to check out the investigations sometimes. Like, I like being part of the investigations. I was part of the, what investigations in there did I join? I joined the... God, I can't remember what video. Oh, Me, My Brother, and Him investigation. Yeah, he revealed his face in Your Click is Meaningful. Oh, I didn't watch that video. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I really liked your fan art. And I hope that including it in the FNAF World Sim video will get other people to join the server and also do fan art, because I think fan art's really cool. Super good, you should watch it. Yeah, I will. I've just been very lazy with watching some creators recently. I've been mostly watching, they finally edited down the versions of the last DEF CON conference. So I've been catching up on a lot of the talks that I wasn't able to go to in person. I'm so bad at being part of servers, doesn't even matter if it's a big or tiny server. Fair. Right now, I actually watch Put the game on pause. We are watching RGN. No, copyright issues. I'll watch it later. Yeah, I'll watch it eventually, not later today. I'm gonna be probably watching more like game hacking stuff. Like most of the content I watch, I'd say, is probably just learning shit. Like it's almost all informative. I don't really watch many game playthroughs except for like Astral Spiff. I should make a finished FNAF World sim art. Yeah, the video's almost done. Well, not almost done. It's gonna take a while. I still need to edit it and make the thumbnail, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. Thumbnails are the worst part of fucking making a video. I hate making thumbnails. I can never make them look such dog shit. Still haven't found like a true style for my thumbnails yet. I feel like they're not consistent, but yeah. Like if I could outsource any part of the video making process, it would 100% be thumbnails. Like thumbnails, SEO, and editing in general. I don't mind SEO, it's just I'm not good with it yet. Maybe I'll make a thumbnail. Yeah. Alright. When a YouTuber says it's almost done, it's never done. Oh, absolutely. Like, don't worry guys, the interloper video is almost done. Not even finished the script yet. That FNAF World Sim video, the script took me like 3 weeks to make because I just kept forgetting to make it and I got so busy with other stuff. But yeah, the FNAF World Sim video, currently its editing is at 7 minutes. Problem is that I have to edit down about 17 hours of footage into a 50-minute audio that I then have to cut. And then I have to add backtracking audio, and then I have to make thumbnail, and then I have to make all the SEO shit to make sure that it'll actually get seen by people. That's a pain in the ass. But it's always worth it in the end. I really like how my videos turn out usually. Or, I can't really say that. I think they're enjoyable. Are they the best I could make? I don't think so, but I also don't know how to improve them. Like, I don't really like to hyper edit, and I don't think they need any stronger editing, because like, the videos I watch and enjoy, I don't really like the super crazy edits. Like, RGN and Sagan Hawks are fucking incredible with their editing. The thing is, I just don't, like, I could watch a Sagan Hawks video and he does not need that crazy editing, and I would still love it. But it's what makes Sagan Hawks and RGN so unique. It's what it does. The other day on the Palladium stream, John was like, how long has it been? Oh, I haven't uploaded in 4 months. Oh. Yeah, I haven't uploaded in 2 months. It's fucking crazy to me still. Even though I have a video that's been ready for that's been ready for over a month, I still haven't uploaded it. I've been scared. It's the Hanged Man series. It's not gonna do well because it's RPG Maker. No one's gonna want to watch it, but like, I want it to be seen. Ugh, I'm in that constant battle every day. When I finish the FNAF World Sim video, I'll publish, when I'm almost done with it, I'll publish the Hangman video. Because I also have a script I've been trying to write on Subnautica, but I want to do something unique with it, so it's been taking fucking forever to think about what I want to do with it. I want to look at like the psychological horror elements of Subnautica and break it down. But I mean, girl, it's done, just post it. I mean, yeah, but like John will know what I'm talking about. John, as a creator, will know exactly what I mean by like, it's done, but is it? I feel like he would know exactly how I feel. I can't just post a video when it's done anymore. I just can't physically do that to myself. Like, none of my videos have been published within the day that they've been finished since... Holy shit, how long has it been? Over a year at least. Like the Me, My Brother, and Him video, that didn't get published until after a couple days since I made the, like the Andrew Game 722 video. That one waited for like 2 weeks to be posted. And I got fucked waiting because fucking Render made his video first. Render published his video first. I had finished mine in advance, but I was like I was just being a fucking pussy when it came to actually finishing it. And I didn't even finish it. Because the series is still continuing and I still haven't fucking... It'll remain unfinished for a while. But like since then, I've done ARGs and like they're not doing as well as they used to, and it's like, I guess my channel is kind of in that dead phase. And I would like to get it out of that phase, but I don't know how. I need to find something to resurrect it. But yeah, just how it is sometimes. Alright. Oh wow, we're at the 3-hour mark. Well, my throat's getting a little sore, and I should get back to working on the FNAF World Sim video. So thank you to everyone who came into the stream today. Thank you for all the happy birthday messages in the Discord. Anytime I think about an analysis of Andrew games, it always reminds me of the clip from Across the Spider-Verse where the Spot is like, I created you, you created me. But thank you for everyone who stayed in the streams, and then happy birthday. Hopefully, streams will be working soon since it worked this time and didn't get fucked up. It seemed like the ARG is up in the video for the ARG. Yeah. But comments, criticisms, and suggestions are always welcome. Send me Mush. Join the Discord if you want to come and say hi. And check out some videos after this. Send me Mush. See you later. Arrivederci.